get up on here. There we go. Sorry. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
How is everybody today? Give me some hearts or some thumbs up or a wave, an emoji that says how your day is going. So we're back. It is Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And so I'm going to write a blog today that's going to come out today. And it's going to be about my 3 top tricks or hacks or survival tips for parenting and marriage survival.
Let's add the marriage part.
Yeah, because a big part is the marriage one. So I have 3 of them. So we're both kind of ill. So sorry. I'm going to try not to cough on the camera so that you don't have to hear it all.
Right.
So I have 3. I have 3 tips that services or things that I do that I think have been life-saving in regards to my sanity, my marriage, and my relationship with my kids.
I was going to say, your kids' happiness.
Yes.
Part of it.
Yes. And sometimes spending money on things is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an important piece. So there's 3. I'm not going to tell you what they all are. I'm going to go through them one by one.
Okay.
I was going to list them, but then I want you to listen all the way through to hear what all 3 are. Okay, so my number 1, this comes from my parents, and I don't know, I shared it with my 3 with Dawn. So my first one is getting help cleaning the house. This happened for me. My mom and dad immigrated to Canada in the early 70s, before I was born. They were both born in middle of the war, World War II in Germany. And so they grew up with very little stuff. And I remember my dad had this weird habit of, when you fry bacon?
Yes. You
take the fat from the bacon, he would pour it into like a margarine container.
Oh.
And he would put it in the freezer. And then he would spread that on his toast in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's called schmaltz in German. Yeah. Right. So it's literally fat, right? But it has like the flavoring from the bacon and the eggs that he would have cooked for breakfast. So he's a really thin man, but he ate a lot of probably like that healthy kind of diet because he didn't really have sweets. Right. He ate meat and fat and things like that. So I always remember in our freezer, we would have this Tupperware of weird stuff, and he would put it on his toast in the morning sometimes because they didn't have any fat in the war. Like they would savor all the stuff that they had, right? Because they had nothing.
Fashion, probably.
Right, and then they had to like escape the Nazis and stuff like that because, all this kind of stuff. So they grew up very in that kind of an environment, and then they immigrated to Canada looking for a better life. And so we didn't have a lot of money. We just kind of they worked really, really hard. But one of the first things I remember, my mom is a very roundabout story. But one of the first things that I remember my mom spending kind of what you might think is frivolous money on something is on a cleaning lady. And so we would have a cleaning lady at some point, not when I was little, but definitely when she went back to work full time. So I'm the 3rd, and I feel like she went back to work pretty quick. Like when I was little, she wasn't around after school. My brothers helped take care of me. And so I remember her hiring a cleaning lady. And I think at first it was once every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And then it went to once a week as we got a bit older. And she thought that was really, really important in order for her sanity and going back to work. It made any of you who have a clean lady know that it makes you clean your house. Before they come. So maybe it was that part of it that we had to clean our rooms because somebody was coming. And so that was one of the first things I did during my marriage when I had little ones is I hired outside help to come in and clean the house. It was not only a saver for me to not have to do stuff, but I remember when I first got married and I hadn't lived with anybody except my husband. We lived together before we got married, but I just remember having to clean. I'm gonna clean the bathroom,
right?
And I was like, or like something would get spilled outside the fridge and not cleaned up, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, why am I cleaning up other people's mess? Maybe I'm a bit selfish that way, but I was like, it's not my job to clean up your other people's mess.
Or it's not the expectation that somebody else expects you to clean up.
And that's been a big thing that I talk about in my family a lot, that with the kids, which I think I've mentioned before in regards to a parenting tip, is that talking to your kids about when they leave a mess, literally what they're telling you is that they expect you to clean it up. And to me, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I have to sneeze.
Okay. Bless you. Bless you.
Oh! This is real, man. And so I do have a cleaning lady, and I got a cleaning lady. I've had many.
Yes.
They don't seem to last very long. Since we were first married. No, since I had babies.
I would say after Zach.
I can't remember this stuff.
Because it's like in the timeline. You definitely didn't have one before my daughter was born. And she was born today, 12 years ago.
Yeah, happy birthday, Rue.
Yes, so you didn't have one before Rue.
Okay. So I guess my house was a mess?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember either. I don't think it was that long ago.
Okay.
But 12 years.
12 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And it was around that kind of stuff. And maybe that made sense. I had 2 or 3 children, and I was like, I can't keep the house sane. So I tell lots of people that if they have the money, and it doesn't have to be that expensive, like even once every 2 weeks, so you know your bathrooms get a really good cleaning. You're not the one who has to scrub the toilets and go behind the toilets and do all of that. I think is worth it.
Well, I feel like my family, we did this for a little while while my husband was working some day shift, and then he went to afternoons, and he was home in the day, so I felt weird having someone there when he was there. But our whole house is carpet, so the person, all she did was vacuum the whole upstairs, the staircase, the downstairs. We have 3 bathrooms. She washed all the bathrooms, and then she washed the floors in the kitchen, in my foyer, in my laundry room, and then cleaned my appliances. And that alone was, and she did it every 2 weeks.
Right. Like a one thorough kind of clean,
yes.
Right? And so mine comes in and does half the house. I've upgraded. So now I have somebody come twice a week. But they kind of do half the house each time. But at least it's then kind of tidied.
Yes.
Twice a week. Yeah. And then I do all the in-between work, which is still a lot. Like I still have to sweep my floor once or twice a day. I still have to clean up after 6 people in the kitchen and all of that. I mean, the kids have chores, but there's still lots of stuff that has to get done. So that's my number one. I know my dishwasher gets run, I think, twice a day. Yeah. I need a second dishwasher. I think Kate plus 8 had like 3 dishwashers in her kitchen to go through all of her things. And she had like 2 sets of washing machine and dryers.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I don't know if Rihanna has that. Rihanna, if you have to tell me if you have
more than one.
You have 4, no, you have 5. How many children do I have? I have 4. She has 5. I wonder if you have 2. Hey, Deb Tuck.
Oh, hi, Deb.
If she has 2 washing machines and dryers to handle it all.
Oh,
yeah. She'll have a little army of kids to do all her chores once they're a little bit older.
Yes.
They're still on the little young side. So that was my number 1 tip. So I do think getting a cleaning person to come in and help you, there's no shame in that. And I think that it is a lifesaver and a marriage saver above all else. I would say that's the number 1 thing that helped me not get really mad at my husband.
Right. And as well, because we own our own business, or 2 of them actually, and the perception is that we're stay-at-home moms, and so when we don't clean the house because we're busy working, my husband sometimes asks me, what did I do all day? And then just alone that
I know, you don't even have to be working though, and you're still working all day.
Well, yeah,
raising those kids.
Yes.
I mean, when they start going to school, you have more free time, but I feel like there's always more. There's grocery shopping. There's all those,
there's more to do.
So much to do, right? So yes, we do work as well. So that was very helpful. Yeah. So if I didn't have a clean lady, I think my marriage would have suffered much more than it did. Because again, having children puts a strain on your marriage. Don't ever think that it doesn't. It's a huge learning curve for both you and your husband to figure out how to handle the new roles and the new responsibilities around child raising and care and the house and all of that. I do think though that the men nowadays, I'm hoping, are a little bit more like, even my husband didn't really have ever any expectations on me around that. Maybe
on what?
Like cleaning the house or cooking.
Oh no, my husband would have liked if I clean up after myself. I'm a messy person, and I don't clean up after myself, and I leave piles of paper everywhere. Right. So he would just like me to clean up after myself. But
I know a lot of women our age who have parents that not parents. I know a lot of women our age, so in their 40s, that still have husbands that from different cultures or that still expect, a dinner when they come home from work or those sorts of things. Maybe I had it not easy because he was never around. But so for my first 2 children, my husband wasn't really around. Right. He was gone at 6 a.m. and often not home until 10 p.m. Yeah. So I didn't have to cook dinner. Maybe that's what it was. Like there just wasn't a point in cooking dinner because he wouldn't be home. And so I don't really eat dinner at home. I don't eat I'll just eat whatever. And so I would just be cooking for the kids.
Right.
So that kind of thing. So that's my number one. Number two, I'm going to move on. So my second tip that I have is online grocery shopping. So we live in a whole new world.
I know.
Like,
I never have to speak to anybody almost ever again.
It is fantastic. They didn't have this back when my kids were little, but if I had little babies at home, I mean, you also want to get out of the house with little babies once in a while, but the grocery store, it was hard, right? Because they cry in the grocery store. If you're in the middle of the grocery store, right? You go to the park, you can spend more quality time with your children rather than having to try to take them to a grocery store. So online grocery, if you're scared, I have a few things that I've learned because I've been doing it now for a while. Like, I think for sure the new year, so it's already October, almost October. I remember in January me making a conscious decision. I was going to just bite the bullet and do online grocery shopping and try it and see how it goes. So I know every town or area has different places that they can get online groceries from. So here locally, there's only a few choices. Yeah. It's not quite the same as, like, Amazon doesn't do fresh food like it does in the States. Did you know that it does that in the States?
I do, yeah.
So you can buy, like, everything on Amazon.
Yeah,
I love Amazon, but they don't do fresh food. So I started grocery shopping with Save on Foods. That's a local place here. Mm-hmm. Spud is another one. We've both done Spud. Yeah. Recently, Walmart has just started it, but I'm going to tell you why. So I went on last night to do my grocery shopping, wanting it yesterday. I went on in the morning hoping to get it for that day. Okay. And because we were running out of food, and I went on. I know Save on Foods does it. I know that you can pick up the day of if you order before noon. So if you place your order before noon, you can find a time in that day to go pick it up. Okay. To get it delivered, you need a little bit more time, but it will come the next morning. Like, and they're 2-hour windows. Okay. So 7 to 9 or 9 to 11, like, short. I went to Walmart, you can't get it. There's only 3 delivery times, and they're like 4 or 5 hour blocks. Oh. And you can't, like, what was yesterday? Monday. I couldn't get my groceries till Wednesday. So if you're a mom like me or you, like, and you're not last minute, but like, you're just, you need something, you need it. Yeah. I'm not wait 2 days for my groceries. That's like Spud. Spud only delivers in my area on a Friday. Yeah, but that's more like a regular thing, right? Like, Spud, you put together like an order, and it's an ongoing order. Like, you get your vegetables and fruit. Yeah. You don't necessarily right. My Save on Foods is not a regular thing. I literally I go on an order and I want it the next day. So it's different than that. And so Walmart, to me, you need to fix that. That's not fast enough. No, like, to not get your groceries for 2 days. Yeah. If I order groceries, you'll have to go to the store. Right. So I did the Save on Foods, and then I went and picked it up because I did need it right away, and it's free. That's free. Oh. And so you don't have to pay. Do you have to tip? No. I don't know. I didn't. I asked Elizabeth yesterday, and she says, "No, Mom, you don't need to tip," because I feel like you have to tip everybody for everything nowadays. So I just don't know. I don't know, but yeah. Right, but even if you tip $5, is it worth your time of you not going into the grocery store and back if you have screaming children in your car? Yeah, that's good. Maybe, right? Right. So the pickup is free. I just don't know if people know that. So pickup from Save on Foods is free. The delivery charge ranges from like $8 to $16 or $14 for the delivery, but there's a coupon code. It's like RD2500, and it gets you free delivery. Really? If you have enough points. You redeem, because I don't redeem my Save on Foods points for anything. So almost every order of groceries, because I usually order like $200 or something worth of groceries, I get points, and it pretty much takes me for my next time. And different times of day are different amounts. So if you go not in the peak day time, you get your groceries. Yeah. And they bring it to your door, and then and the other thing I know people are scared of is like the quality of the food that they get. Vegetables I'm worried about. Totally. Or fruit. Right. 100% guaranteed. Oh, really? So I've had raspberries come, and because I know that the berries especially, right, might be moldy. I write a note saying, double check that the berries aren't moldy. Yeah. Get me the greenest bananas, because my kids only like green bananas. And then they can ripen at home, too, right? So kids, right? So I say only green bananas. Like, I give them notes in the note section, and then it's like I can call. I have had to do this. I've called and I've said, you've given me the wrong yogurt, or you've given me the wrong, like, the raspberries are moldy. They credit my account. Oh, just like that. No questions asked. I don't have to return the food. If you needed something and it didn't come, or it was a mistake, they have offered to like bring it right out to me. Oh. Save on Foods is winning the delivery game. Okay. So I had like all of those fears around delivery. Yeah. So literally, if you go pick it up, like, so if you're going to go out driving and you can swing by and pick it up, you call when you get there. Within 5 minutes, they bring it out to your car and help you load your car. Why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. Other than that, right? Other than that, you want to see the food, and you don't always get everything because sometimes items are out. Okay. But I feel like you learn some of those things as you go along.
Yeah, definitely the fruit and vegetable thing has been my hesitation.
Yeah, so I just write notes and say what I'm looking for. Yeah. For like underripe nectarines, or like I want hard nectarines. Right. I'll say that, or whatever. But I mean, they lose money if they don't do a good job, right? Because they have to credit me back the account. So I feel like it works. Right. So that was number 2. So number 1 was cleaning service. Number 2 was online groceries was my other one. And I have one more for you today. And this is a new one that I've just started doing. And that is a meal delivery system.
Why do you need groceries if you get meal?
Okay, right. I understand. I need less groceries now. So the other, so one of my problems is cooking dinner.
Yes.
I've never been good at cooking dinner. And then when I get keen and I go to the grocery store and I buy meat and I buy vegetables, they all sit and they go bad in my fridge because my kids are busy. We're out driving kids around to sport. And so having to like figure out what to do with the chicken, I guess I could meal prep, but I've tried it like on the Sunday planning what I'm going to make, and it works for sure. But it hasn't worked for me. I haven't been able to stick to it. So I'd have to throw out like, I don't know how much money of chicken breast because it can only sit in your fridge for so long. But if I put it in the freezer, then it has to defrost. And then it's not defrosted if I want to cook it. Yes. And so to me, that was a big problem. I would throw out a lot of food. And so I wouldn't make dinner. I mean, okay, I can make like noodles and pasta sauce. So then you have your few things, right, that you make. Like I can make like a crock pot lasagna. That was one of the ones. Oprah Winfrey has a crock pot lasagna recipe that if you Google it, it's very good. Okay. And you put it in the crock pot and it makes it. And it's easy and everything. You don't have to pre-cook anything. Oh, that's interesting. Right, because we don't use meat, right? Because we're vegetarians. Okay, so the vegetarian's easy. You don't have to worry about meat. I have 2 vegetarians in my family, so I have to keep that in mind. So I've always thought about, I know lots of other, not lots, but I have some other women friends, my kind of age, that have started with the meal delivery service. And I was at the PNE and there was a coupon. And Deb, I'm going to talk because that's like Dawn. Dawn has a husband who likes to cook. So that does help. My husband does not cook. Yes. Did not learn that skill or and he worked. Like, again, he's not home. Our life is different, right? Yeah. He's not home for dinner, so he can't cook, and nor do I expect him to cook. But I don't expect him to think that I'm going to cook either. It goes both ways. And so I started with the HelloFresh. That's the one that I've chosen to do. So the HelloFresh comes. The vegetarian, there is no choice in meals because they only have 3 choices a week. Oh, okay. And then the meat people, there's like 5, and you pick 3 out of the 5 that you want. So you get 3 meals for the week, which for us is about right. Like in 7 days, if I can get 3 dinners cooked that are actual, like all have them that come with a salad or some side, like roast potatoes. I think almost everyone comes with a salad. Oh, that's good. Plus some kind of vegetable and then the meat for the dinner one. So last night was chicken parmesan, like panko crusted chicken parmesan with an apple and spinach salad. Oh, yeah. Apples and something else, cucumber and spinach salad. Yeah. No waste. We ate the entire thing. Everything got eaten. The kids all ate it. Yeah. It's pretty good food. Like it's good recipes. Yeah. Easy. Cooked with it's from start to finish. It takes about 3 minutes for all the meals.
And so do you buy, because you have 5 people, you buy 3 portions for the meat eaters and 2 of the vegetarians?
I'm on the family plan, which is for feeding 4 people. Okay. So that covers all of us meat eaters. Yeah. And then I also buy the vegetarian 2-person plan. Okay. So it comes, I think it might come singles, I don't know, or 2-person plan or 4-person plan. They don't have bigger than 4. Okay. So you can't buy like a 6. Okay. But I'm vegetarian, so it doesn't matter because they eat their own food. Yeah. So I get 3 meals for the vegetarians, which is for 2 people. Okay. Portion, versus mine is for 4, so it's like double. Yeah. It was like 4 steaks instead of 2. I feel like they make things in pairs. Yes. So it's easy for them to package. Right. Okay. And so then all the stuff that I need, like from herbs to like little mayonnaise, it comes with everything you need to cook. So you don't need to buy any. I don't need to buy any groceries. Okay. which I don't say. So the only groceries I bought from Save On Foods was fruit. I bought oranges and raspberries and strawberries, bread, some buns, because that's what the kids take for lunch or like to eat in the house. And I bought orange juice because they like to drink orange juice.
Oh no!
Oh, damn. I have a coupon code for it, so I will post it in the comments later. Once I load this, I will post the coupon code for Fresh, HelloFresh. That's the one that I have right now, and that's the one I'm using. It's not cheap, but it like includes everything. So, like I was saying, the groceries that I bought were fruit, bread, orange juice. And then snacks, because I have 4 kids that go to school, so lots of granola bars and things like that kind of stuff. Right. But other than that,
and milk or juice if you used it theoretically.
Right. So we drink almond milk, so I buy that, and yogurt, because so the other meals. Yeah. But that's breakfast and lunch. Yeah. We have oatmeal. The kids eat oatmeal, or they have yogurt. The other ones. Yeah. So that's my third one was meal prep. You've never tried a meal prep service, right?
No, because my husband's home for dinner now.
Oh, right, yeah. So, Dad, you were just saying that your husband does most of the cooking, which is fantastic.
Yeah, my husband does because they don't like what I make, so I don't like to cook.
Does he cook every night?
Well, Mondays, yes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesdays we're both out, so we do something simple. Like I might just cook a spaghetti before the kids go to soccer and we come here. And then Wednesday, Thursday, every other night sometimes it's just chicken fingers and fries for the boys. But Yeah, and I would say that's kind of what I cooked a lot when they were little, was that kind of stuff. My kids have just decided, because I have a vegetarian now, she eats pretty healthily that way, so we have less of that. But for sure, I still have, from Costco, the dry ribs, so the boys will make that for themselves on the other nights. Like I said, this is 3 meals a day. Yeah. So on the other 4 nights, it might be either we are eating out, we're heading to Tim Hortons, which, getting our a chicken Caesar wrap or something like that, from Tim Hortons, or we're the other day a Booster Juice or something else on those days because we're traveling around. Or like you said, my go-tos in the house are a really quick pasta with a can of spaghetti sauce, because the kids can make that themselves too. Yeah, I mean, Nate doesn't eat anything almost ever, so we don't worry about him right now. He's just not eating. And so Thomas is almost to the point where he'll eat anything we eat, so it's getting better. It does change. Elizabeth was really tough. I don't know if you remember when she was little, she ate nothing on her food. Oh yeah, no sauce. No sauce. No anything. And then her friends tease her all the time, because before she was vegetarian, the only thing she would eat when she was out was chicken strips and fries. Yeah. Like when we traveled or anytime we went out, that's all she'd eat. She's way more adventurous. She'll have a veggie burger, all kinds of weird stuff at restaurants, and quinoa salads and roasted cauliflower when we go out to restaurants. So she's 16. Yeah. So I would say when she was about 14, she became more adventurous in what she ate, and now she will try stuff. So there's hope. I do think that they can change a little bit. Katie sometimes doesn't eat much of the meals because she's less adventurous, because she's 9. Yeah. So same thing. Zach will eat almost anything. He's 12. He's pretty got a good adventurous spirit, and so does Nick at 15. Riley's pretty good. For our kids, for our birthdays, Jeremy will cook them whatever they want for their birthday dinner. So last night we had roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, garlic mashed Parmesan potatoes, cream corn, and gravy. And she actually wanted a lamb roast, but I won't eat lamb. So they went to beef. But so she's pretty good. She'll eat. She likes to eat nice food, good food. Yes. She likes a meal. Yeah. I can't read what Deb wrote last. She tries to involve the kids in cooking, as it really helps. I completely agree. So, but do they? Because when they're here and I ask them what they have, they're like, "Oh, Dad cooked this." Just calling you out, Deb. That the girls don't cook their own. Or maybe they just bring their dad's leftovers. Or maybe you mean when they were little, right? There's this new thing I saw. I think I saw it on Jillian Michaels' Instagram, which they didn't have when my kids were little. It was like that step stool with a railing that the kids can stand at the counter. Jillian Harris has it. Is that what I just said? No, we said Jillian Michaels. Oh, not Jillian Michaels. Jillian Harris. What? Canadian girl, Kelowna.
I follow her on Instagram.
Yes.
She has that thing that the kids walk up and then it has a railing so they can't fall off and they can work at the counter.
So good, right?
Yeah, I always just sat my kids on the counter or stood on a chair and hope that they didn't fall. Savannah's an amazing cook, she says.
Oh, I'll have to get her to
help out with the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes,
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
And so I think that's a great idea. So if you have little ones, you can totally get them to start cooking. I feel as moms though, and I don't know how other moms or maybe dads, for me, I didn't have the patience for it. And maybe it was because of the chaos of my house with all of the children being pretty close in age and all of that. I have a hard time being patient enough to allow them to help me.
Yeah.
And so Grandma was really good on that. So they baked a lot with Grandma, with Oma, and learned some stuff about cooking then. And then they do take foods, right? In school.
In high school.
And my two oldest actually took like the second, like grade 9 foods.
All the way to 12.
Yeah. And I feel like foods is a great way for them to learn the basics of cooking, so you don't have to freak out so much about cooking your house. So Elizabeth now is allowed to cook anything. She pretty much knows how to cook anything, and she bakes a lot. And Nick is starting. I just don't know if I've spent the time teaching him about like chicken and raw meats, because Elizabeth's a vegetarian. She can't poison herself.
No,
really, like there's no food safety involved in that. Versus with the meat, there is some food safety. And so I was rushing out the door yesterday. And I was like, I really wanted him to start cooking it because I knew we were short on time. But then there was chicken. And I was like, chicken.
Right.
Like, I don't want anyone to get sick for that. So I have to teach the kids that piece. I haven't done that too. But yeah, I watched that with Sheridan had E. coli from touching raw chicken when she was young. Right? It's like for sure a real thing. So
if they don't know, then they don't know.
Right. So I said, no, don't cook it. And then I have to teach him that because I do have now a box of Lysol wipes on the counter.
Yeah.
I never used to do that. And it's, I guess, and you have people who use Norwex cloths as well, but I have a hard time keeping the Norwex cloths like clean and ready. So I
still use the Lysol and then I come in with the Norwex after just to clean up that mess.
Yeah, I try not to make a mess with the chicken.
Well, no, me too. But I just meant if there was a mess. Like if I let Riley does the shake and bake, she'll get it all over the counter.
Oh, okay.
So then
Can we close the shake and bake?
Listen, she was doing it. I wasn't. She was helping.
That's what I just said. I said, see, I don't have the patience. I would be yelling at them, like trying to mix the baking and then I'm like, so I had a really hard time with that when the kids were little. Let them have the time and the patience. Yeah. So Elizabeth can teach Katie. Yeah. There you go, Elizabeth. That's your next job, is teach Katie how to cook and bake. So it's coming. I think what I want to do with Katie and Zach, which are my two younger ones, is enroll them. I almost did it this summer, but we were so busy with trips, like they were all involved in so much, was to sign them up for a cooking camp in the summer, like a 5-day kind of intensive, where they learn all of those skills. Because really, cooking is like swimming. It's like 2 skills that you absolutely need to survive. Yes. Like you don't get to not. We should go in the swim coaching business because everybody has to teach a kid how to swim.
True.
Not everybody needs to learn how to cartwheel.
No.
Although it's fun. We think it's really important. But swimming and cooking are kind of 2 life skills that everybody needs to know.
Yeah, Riley's done a camp before for cooking in the summer. Yeah, she loved it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Kids like to eat. It's adventurous.
Yeah. So I might do that next summer. Okay, so those are my 3 tips for today, and we're out of time. It's already 10:30. So number 1 was getting some help for cleaning, save your marriage, save your relationship with your family, because it does help me not get as mad at the kids for their messes as well. And like I said, it does make them have to clean up.
Right, like, because you have to tidy.
And it's not because of me. Like it's like you have to clean up because the cleaning lady's coming. Although as they got older, they said, well, no, don't. Just close my door. So it's backfiring a little bit on me. But that's okay. 2, online grocery shopping. I told you my favorite was Save on Foods at the moment. I'm trying to give Walmart a chance because I know their prices are probably a little bit better. But they do not have the selection or the flyer sales. Save on Foods has been working for me. Okay. And I hate Save on Foods. Like if I was going grocery shopping, I'd go to Safeway. But Safeway doesn't have online grocery shopping. No. Come on, Safeway. Get it together. Tracy, make Safeway have online grocery shopping. I hear Costco is going to have online grocery shopping soon. Oh, geez. And then that would take care of my fruit and stuff. Remember, guarantee phone if you're not satisfied and get your money back for anything that's not awesome. And number 3 was meal delivery system. And I know there's a lot of different ones out there. I have only played around with the HelloFresh, but I'm very satisfied with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to post a picture that shows the 6 bags in my fridge.
Okay.
That's literally all that's in my fridge, along with yogurt, milk, and orange juice, and vegetable fruit.
Okay.
So,
and you're going to post a code.
I'm going to post the code. Yes, don't let me forget that.
I won't.
So people can get, I think you get money off, or like I did, my first one was half price or whatever for my first one.
Yeah.
And then you can just start small too, and like do one meal, like if it helps. And again, many of you might love cooking and it's not where you're at, but for me,
going out.
Yeah, I like to go out too, but we can only go out for lunches. We take care of lunch, not dinner so much.
Right. True.
Okay, that's it. If you have an idea, if the other thing that I wanted to ask of is if 10 a.m. is not a great time, Pacific time, I'm asking to see if like an afternoon time or an evening time would be better, if we would get more people on live too, because it's fun when we engage. Deb, I appreciate having you on with us talking.
She's retired now, you know. Although I hear you've torn your house apart. So can't wait to see it.
Oh, I meant to get an extra can of paint from you before you left.
That was a while ago.
I was a while ago, so I've been busy. I would like that. If you can, you're in Montreal.
What?
Montreal.
With him? With your husband?
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. You let the kids to fend for themselves.
Oh, I still can. Okay.
Okay.
I'll call you later.
When you're back.
Yes. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
So thanks everybody for joining us. And if you're watching it after the fact, please like and share the video. I also want to talk about, I have a YouTube channel and I would love some help. If you love me and love what we're doing, can you please go to the YouTube channel? I will post a link as well and subscribe to that. I need to hit 100 subscribers in order to be able to do some things on YouTube that I'd like to do. And you can't get access to those additional features unless you have 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if you have any friends that are moms or dads that want to watch, and subscribing doesn't really do anything except let you know that I've posted a video. So that's really, it's not like getting you into anything or do anything. It just helps me out and helps grow the Lazy Parenting viewership on YouTube as well.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Have a great day.
Yes.
Bye, Deb. Have fun in Montreal.
Yeah, eat some